I apologize for that. Anyway, life story part 2. Hey girls. Basically, I told you about where I've lived over the years. Loads of different places, some rough estates, some cool estates, some bad estates, and some humorous estates. But the thing is, I've always been sort of a homeboy since then. I've never been too far away from the internet for the last 10 years. Sorry. I apologise, I shouldn't have done that. But, let me tell you about me and the internet for a few minutes. 10 years ago, I had the internet. I still got it now. Over the years, I haven't always been on MSN. I've been on MSN for maybe the last 8. The first 2 years, I was more into like looking at porn and fucking, yeah, people fucking. And I'd watch the porn and have a wank or whatever. That was my internet. I didn't get on it that much, but then I realised there was this website called itsyourturn.com. And on there you can talk to people. And I gathered a fascination with talking to people. I met a woman on there called Debbie. She was 59. From some place, Missouri or some bullshit in America. But I used to play like Stack 4, Connect 4 with her. I also met some other great people on there like Ducky and shit like that. But I don't actually speak to any of them anymore. I don't know why. But anyway, that was the first website I really went on after yahoo.com. And from there I went to like goldtoken.com, which is the same sort of idea, but then I got really bored of internet games. And I downloaded this program called WinMX. You guys may have heard of that, but something happened to that in September. They closed the servers. Because obviously people were downloading illegal shit, but I really used WinMX for the chat rooms. I used to run my own chat room. It used to be called Teen Chat Number 1. Was the number 1 teen chat in its day. I was kind of famous for that. Like 99% of my MSN list was people that wanted to talk to me and add me from Teen Chat Number 1. And you can go on and say time after time after time all the people that were there, but really they mean nothing, because as soon as the chat room closed, one by one, they stopped talking to me. Everyone stopped talking to me after a while. Anyway, soon after that, I got onto a website called Zorpia. Now Zorpia is where I met a few people, notably Huda, Kim, Nikki. They're all girls, but if I could name a guy off there, it'd be very fucking difficult. I don't know why, but Zorpian guys don't really want to talk to me. I don't know why. But anyway, I was on MySpace for a while, but nah, it's not for me. It's like bollocks, shit, fucking crap. But my latest website is good old YouTube, which is where I am now, because no other website will give you this sort of like bollocks to be able to do. Now we're coming up to 5 minutes and I'm only at half time, so I'll tell you about some people that I know from Zorpia. I'll tell you about Huda, right? She's 22 years old. She's from Singapore, which is out over in the Far East, which I'm not gonna call it some stupid name, but it's just Far East, okay? You know, where you got like China and Japan close by, that sort of territory, and the Philippines. Anyway, she's weird because she always speaks to me when she's at work, so you would think You can go on MSN at work. Shit, I want that job. But she doesn't seem to like it, which is kind of weird, because I would love that job. Anyway, Hoot is one of these people that has a very weird view of men. That's all I'm going to say, otherwise she won't speak to me ever again. Right, and also I met someone called Kim. Now, people would probably refer to her as Kimberly, but I find it difficult to say, so I'll just stick with the old Kim. Kim is someone that you can talk to for hours and hours and hours and hours and still have stuff to say. She's funny, but no, that's not a but. That was, I don't know why I said but there, but she's a great person, seriously. And she's got a music fascination that's second to only me. Well, the other way around, I'm second to her because her music collection is probably like a few computers worth. Now I'll leave the last 3 minutes to talk about Nicola, or Nikki. Now, I'll do a whole video about her when I get the courage to do that. But a few weeks ago, bored as fuck, I go on to Zorbia. Aha! As a message from some girl that just looks like, and I'm like, okay, what's this say? I read it and I was like, oh well. She had gone offline, so I was like, shit, I can't talk to her. So I go to her profile and check out all her pictures and shit. You know, like you do, you just get an idea of the person. Her MSN's on there, so I added to her my MSN. Right? She's not on the website, but she was on my MSN. I got talking to her, and basically, I cannot describe her in a way that do justice. So I'll try though. She's just lovely, you know. Something about her that's just like, not only is she gorgeous, smart, intelligent, and fucking swims like a fish, which is fucking handy, because then she could get me to swim, you know. But she's got the weirdest sense of humour that just cracks me up. I'm always laughing with her. And she's the sort of person that you want to grow old with, and you want to still be with that person. When you're like 90 and you're like laying there in your bed and it's a Sunday and you ain't gonna get up for shit. And you can just lay there and talk to her and talk to her and talk to her and talk to her. Talk to her hours on the phone, except that kind of costs. Kind of cheap, but if you talk to her for like an hour, God. Nikki, I would say, is the love of my life, right? She's made me feel a way that I've never felt before. I'm sure everybody says that at a time in their life, but this time, I ain't shitting you. If you know me long enough, and you know the sort of people that I've been associated with, you would agree with me that she's the best ever. She's more than the best. She is the person that I'm gonna stay with forever. I swear. It's kind of difficult to like believe me there, but seriously, she's the one.